So right now, Richard is standing in this building, this office, this cube, and he is about to...
Hold on. I'm going to interrupt you for 1 second. Have we fixed the thing where it doesn't save because of the file space?
Yeah, I cleared off like 70 gigs.
So we're good.
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
All right. Yeah,
Okay.
Go ahead. Yep.
So right now, you're in this office.
Yeah.
Did you already roll your sleight of hand to get into the safe?
Yes,
so.
I did. And it was a 31.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Okay, and you got into the safe, no problem. The first gem that the sales manager opened his safe and gave you was blue, and it made things shift as you looked between it. This next safe, when you open it, it's red, and it makes things more clear. It's like you look through it, and it's like things are more visible. It's really odd to you. What do you do with the gem?
I think Dick would pocket it
Okay.
and beeline back towards his broskies.
Okay, so you go back down the ladder and you go back out.
Yep.
Okay.
Full speed beeline and trying to get back to the homies.
Okay.
So that we can assess what's going on.
Okay. You go back down this main cavern and you get to the crossroads again. Before we get there, we have to have something happen out on this battlefield. So I need you all to roll for initiative.
Me included?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
All right, which one's initiative?
Because you're about to be in the battle. So might as well have you roll.
What's
It's
initiative?
the D20 plus your initiative modifier.
Yeah, D20 plus initiative.
20.
All right, you're up. Go for
12.
Not natural, just 20.
it. Do a 20.
What's your initiative is just your dexterity modifier, so
So that's going to be a 22.
it's actually not true. Never mind.
What? Did I roll wrong?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay, so the ground rumbles big time. This worm that Ben just stabbed kind of flails around as it takes 10 damage. And then the front of it goes up into the air and then down into the ground. And as it goes into the ground, there's this rumbling that you've never felt before. And it's like a literal earthquake. The foundation of this entire ground is shaking. So much so that small sediment and gravel from the roof of this cave is starting to cave in. And I need you to give me an athletics check.
Both of us, or?
Yeah, all three of you.
Well, fuck.
8.
14.
Well,
That's 5.
So Zeeb, who rolled a 5, and Ben, who rolled an 8, you both get hit by some of the gravel that falls from the ceiling.
Hell yeah.
And when this happens, your vision gets blurry. And you can't see as well. This worm digs down into the ground. And from what you two can see, it's like the ground that it dug into didn't make a hole. It's just still solid there, but it's gone. And what were your initiative rolls?
12.
20.
I think I had a 22. Was that a memory test?
That was.
That was me not writing it down. And got caught up in the story test. Okay. So the ground is still rumbling and this worm is underground. This huge doorway that's right beside you, the entire doorway, it flashes purple and light emanates from it. And as you look up at this doorway, it's like you can see into it, like you can see beyond it, but it's also like you're seeing through it. It's like there's more substance there than what possibly could be. And the ground is still rumbling. and this door lights up. And out of this door comes a giant frog known as a gray slod. And you are now in combat. First up on the order is Zeeb. What do you do?
I'm going to go ahead and pull out my bow. And as a ranger, I have the extra attack, so I can roll attack twice whenever I take the action in my turn.
Okay.
And so I'm just going to fire a couple shots at it.
Okay.
Just regular arrows. All right, so which ones do I use for the attack one?
Let's do this.
It's under actions.
We're going to be extremely organic about this. Roll a four-sided dice, which is the pyramid, and that's how many shots you take. And then roll whatever damage for each shot. So if your bow is like a 2d6 or something,
Okay.
then it'll say by that item, if it's a 2d6,
Got 2.
then you roll 2
I have a
six-sided dice.
longbow. It's a 1d8 plus 3.
Great. So whatever that the pyramid dice shows you, you'll roll 1d8 plus 3 times. How many was it? What'd you get on your
2.
your 4?
2.
2?
I got
Okay,
2.
So 1d8 2 times.
Yeah. So throw that
Do this again? Okay. Sorry.
2 times.
Woo.
All right. So that's a 3
Okay.
and a 5. So 8.
Plus 4. So 12.
Oh, 8 plus. Okay, 1d8
12.
plus 3 is my damage.
Oh, 3.
modifier.
Okay. So 14.
Okay.
I'm so confused.
All right. So 14 would be the damage I put on this guy for my ranged longbow attack.
Okay. And he winces from this. You hit him in the upper right lip. And he begins to bleed from the lip. And Richard, you're running down the hallway back toward the original intersection, and you begin to hear a voice in your head. And this voice says, "Turn back or you will die." What do you do?
So I want to stop. And I want to, whether... I guess I would probably say it vocally, but also, in my mind as well. Just kind of trying to project my mind. And who exactly is this?
It doesn't say anything else. Back at this battle scene where this slod just got hit by this arrow and took 14 damage. Next up in the battle sequence is Ben.
All right, I'm going to cast a spell that requires you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Seven.
All right. An unwilling creature must make a wisdom saving throw to avoid the effect. That is my last 4th level spell slot, and I have polymorphed you back into a regular sized frog.
Okay.
So the transformation lasts for their duration, which is up to an hour,
Okay.
or its concentration. So if I do any other spells, it's broken.
Okay.
Or till the new target drops to 0 hit points. The form can be any beast whose challenge rating is equal to or less than the target's. The target's game statistics, including mental ability scores, are replaced by the statistics of the chosen beast, which is a small frog. It retains its alignment and personality. The target assumes the hit points of the new form. When it reverts to its normal form, the creature returns to the normal number of hit points it had when it transforms. If it reverts as a result of dropping to 0 hit points, any excess damage carries over to its normal form.
Okay.
So now what I want to do is, my goal here is not just to transform it into a frog. I would like to transform it into a frog, and then I would like to pull out the jar that comes with my brewer's kit.
Okay.
And I would like to put the frog in the jar.
Okay.
As long as I don't break.
Give me a dexterity check.
This is clipping really bad. You should pick another soundtrack. Yeah.
That's an 18.
This one clips really bad, too.
I know. I remember this one.
Okay. So within 18, you do catch this frog that you have just transformed from this giant, ugly-looking frog that had arrows in its head. You have captured that now in this jar. And you look in the jar, and it's jumping around. It's like frantic. You hear it screaming, too. Like a frog making a sound. It's like, "Wah, wah, wah." It's really struggling. And,
What sound?
I didn't catch that.
and through this doorway, you see another creature step out.
Okay.
Next up in combat is the frog. And the frog is incapacitated. So now you have to make a Constitution saving throw in order for it to stay in frog form, correct? It's about to do its action.
I don't think so, no.
Are you sure?
Not for the level, that high level of a spell.
Okay.
Well,
Is that a
D&D
level
Beyond
8?
just crashed, so I'm waiting for it to come back up.
Great.
And then I will check. Is it not crashed for you guys?
I haven't reloaded in a while.
I haven't had mine up.
Hold on, let me exit out of this. I'll just log back in. I don't know what's going on. Sorry. Here we go. Okay. Spells. It's literally my highest level spell. Let me see. Like, it's the highest one I even have access to.
Level 8?
Not at this level. It's the highest level.
Gotcha.
The creature is limited in actions it can perform by the nature of its new form, and it can't speak, cast spells, or take any other actions required. The target's gear melts to its new form. The creature can't activate, use, or wield, or otherwise benefit for any new equipment.
Okay.
Yeah, you have no... Yeah, you don't have any ability. Or at
So
least
it can't do anything. Next up in the order is Richard.
It can do frog things. That's it.
And then screaming and acting frantic is all it can do right now.
Yeah.
Dick Glauber, you're up.
So, I tried to reach out to the voice, and I didn't get any response.
That's correct. You're now still in the hallway before the intersection that goes down toward the... You can take a right and go back toward your friends. You can take a left and go back where you came, or go straight for the entrance that you all came down.
All right, I want to go down towards my friends.
Okay, so you take a right and you go down toward your friends. That's your action because of movement speed.
Yep.
Next up in the combat order is this new creature that just walked out of this doorway. And you don't know what it is, but it's basically a small and very small statured looking creature. It's very slender, but it's very dark looking. And it kind of whimpers as it exits. It goes, and it jumps toward you, Ben. And it casts Claw. And AC 12. Does that beat you?
No.
So its Claw does not work. Next up in the order is Zeeb. What do you do?
Can I attack that creature?
You can.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and take another couple shots on my end and throw that at him.
Okay.
It's also worth noting, if you're using your longbow, that if he's under 120 feet, that you have advantage on your attack.
What do you mean, advantage? You mean if I look under
And
equipment?
not disadvantage, as we learned in episode
We put disadvantage on it because it was too close.
Because it was too close.
So I fire it like normal is what you're saying. Do I still do
But you have, you have
the
advantage.
4 die to
Do that,
see
yeah. I
how
like
many?
that. I like that a lot, actually.
But roll it twice and take the highest number.
Yep. He's serious.
That's a 3.
We'll roll it again.
I'm not talking about Siri. Just by the way.
Roll it again.
Roll it again.
Roll it again.
Sorry.
Unacceptable.
All right, I'm going to take that 3. So I had 3 dice. This creature's at full health, right? Like nothing's happened to it yet?
Yeah, this creature is.
This is the new one.
At full
It
health.
came out that big door, right?
It came out the big door just like nothing else.
Right. Just like nothing else. All right, so we do 3 1d8s for damage. Throw that.
I have to do this one now.
Yeah, hold on. And what do I add to this one? 3. The
3,
plus
right?
3.
I think you did 3.
Nice.
Okay, roll it 2 more times.
2 more.
Yeah. Go ahead. So that's 29 damage.
Okay.
Nice.
So with 29 damage attack.
Was it 3d8 plus 3?
Yeah.
That's impossible.
3d8 plus 3, so
3d8
2
plus 3, the
sevens.
highest you can get would be 27.
So 2 7s.
No.
Do you add one each time you roll it?
Yes. With
8 and 8, 16, 23. Plus
so
possible
if I roll
of 9.
7,
You could
Oh, it's
get a
plus 3
29.
per
It's plus
one.
3
Yeah.
per roll.
Okay, I
so
thought it was
7
total
plus
3.
plus
Sorry.
3. So
Yeah.
20 plus the last one was a 6.
That's
plus
still a
3 is
fucking
9.
great roll.
29.
That's an awesome attack. And with that attack,
I mean, it is what it is against this monster now.
you're just really quick at your shots. So do you want to narrate
Yeah,
how
I'm a
these shots
fucking
take
baller.
place?
Legolas.
Yeah, so like I go full auto and just unfire at this man. This thing.
So the
Newbies.
first shot hits in its right shoulder, and it gets hit back, and it gets knocked back a little bit, and you hear it.
I try to hit
And-
each of its limbs. That's what I'm aiming for.
And
to
your
try and
second
cripple it.
shot, it hits its left shoulder, and it gets knocked back, and you hear it. And then the final shot hits right between the chest. You were aiming for a leg, but it hits in the chest. And this creature falls down and begins evaporating. You just see its body turn into ash and float in the sky above you.
So fuck that one. What are
And
y'all
na-
doing?
And now it is Ben's turn.
Is he still alive?
No, that creature died.
Okay.
It's now you versus this frog that you have captured.
I'm not doing
doing
shit
work
with it.
back
It's a
there.
frog in a jar. It can't do anything unless I let it out. So
Okay,
I'm
so
just going to shove this jar in my backpack and keep going.
Do you have to focus on the skill the whole time?
As long as I don't use another spell.
That's the only thing. Okay. Fuck that frog.
so the battle is over. What do you guys do?
I want to walk up and go through the door. I want to see what's in there.
Yeah, what's it?
You want to walk through the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pressing X. Traverse the light.
So your dagger is still lit up. And is it in your hand or is it sheathed?
It's still with the mage hand. Wait, no, mage hand's concentration, so I switched spells.
Is his dagger still lit up? Is your dagger concentration?
You mean the light?
Yeah.
That's a good point. Let me see.
Because if it is, it won't be lit up.
You right. No, it's just touch and it lasts for an hour, so it's probably
Yep.
still lit up.
No, it's still lit up.
So is it sheathed or is it in your hand?
It's in my hand.
Okay. And you have the jar in your other hand, correct?
No, the jar's in my backpack.
Okay. You put it in your backpack, so you're still concentrating on it.
Yeah, like I just can't cast any other spells.
Okay, so this all happens, and this creature is now dead in front of you. There's also the corpse of Reverend Henry, whose literal torso is completely obliterated, and he's laying down on the ground.
Can I search his body to see if I find anything on him?
Yeah, you can.
Like I want to go over to him.
And as
see.
like all of this happened, Richard actually comes in. He has been traversing the ground between where he once was and where he now is.
Can
I just really had to use the word traversing.
Can I look around to see if there's like... So we're like in a cave, right?
You're in a cave, and there's a giant door that has a weird shifting portal in it, and there's two bodies. There's the corpse of some little morbid creature that Zeeb just killed, and then there's Reverend Henry. And then you have the jar with the frog.
So are there any like areas where there's like broken rock where I could like jam stuff in, or...
Yeah, so what you see in front of you, there is a large straight ramp, and on top of the ramp is a door. At the bottom of the ramp is just a normal rock wall cave. And with your glowing dagger and with the torch that Zeeb has, you can't see the entire cavern, but you can tell that it's a large circle-shaped encampment. It's a large dome.
So
And
essentially what
there's
Go ahead.
a few rocks that are free on the border of a wall that's over to your right.
So I'm trying to find somewhere where I could like rocks that are big enough or like part of the wall or something that I could jam this jar between, and it could just stay there.
Okay.
And it wouldn't move if there was monumental pressure put on it, because it's
Okay.
that large of a rock.
Yeah, you find an area that's suitable for that, and
Okay.
it fits the jar. And what do? Do you shove it in there?
I want to like tuck the jar like really, really tight into an area where these rocks and stuff won't move.
Okay.
And they're large rocks, like hundreds of pounds.
Yeah, I mean,
And it's
you're
just-
actually finding a crack that's in the wall,
Okay.
and it's like a part of the structure of the entire cave. And you push this jar in there, and it's snug. And it's a glass jar, so you hear like the glass even kind of scrape as the force of the rocks are pushing the glass to even damage the glass of the jar.
Okay. Now I want to break concentration on the spell, and I want this thing to expand and be crushed and killed by these rocks.
Okay. So you do that. And as you do, the creature changes shape. And it turns into a small worm. And it digs into one of the rocks.
Fuck.
And it is now... You have lost a jar, and you have also lost this creature.
Nope, that's fine.
Your jar's
So the reason I wanted to do that is because there was another spell I wanted to cast. I wanted to go back to the priest,
Okay.
and I would like to
my
cast...
boy.
The ground
Oh, wait.
begins to shake as this creature enters.
Poor man.
Just so you know, the ground is shaking. Tremors begin happening again. Let me make that sound effect happen. I'm sure I got it.
Kevin Bacon, Tremors.
Kevin.
I do love bacon.
So the ground is shaking after that creature crawled away. And you go up to Reverend Henry's body.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
I want to cast Speak with Dead.
Okay.
So, Speak with Dead. I can... I grant the semblance of life and intelligence to the corpse of my choice within range, allowing it to answer the questions that I pose. It can't be undead, which it's not, and it must still have a mouth. I'm assuming it does because it busts out of its chest.
Yep.
And the spell fails if the same target had the spell cast on it within the last
Are
10
you
days.
casting this on the Reverend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Until the spell ends, you can ask the corpse up to 5 questions. And it only knows what it knew in life.
Okay.
So, so I hit this thing, it comes to life. I don't know how you want to make that happen, but...
Wish.
So it literally
Wish
like
upon a
it bends
star.
up. It's floating in midair, and the head is just looking at you.
That's creepy.
And the corpse is open. Like its chest there's a bunch of blood all over the place. It's clearly, obviously, very disturbing to you.
So it does say here that the corpse can't learn any new information, and it doesn't comprehend anything that has happened since it died.
Okay.
And it can't speculate about future events.
Okay.
Now, I will say this. Since it only knew the first thing I'm going to ask was, why were you leading us down here?
Does it say anything about what types of answers it can provide?
It does. Answers are usually brief, cryptic, repetitive, And the corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer if we are hostile to it, or it recognizes us as enemies.
Okay, so it recognizes you, and it says, I wanted to lead you to the truth. I wanted to lead you to the truth. I wanted to lead you to the truth. There is life before death, and there is death before life. I wanted to lead you toward the truth. And it gets extremely like hard about how it wants you to know that. And you can tell that it means something. It means a lot to this former creature.
I want to ask if we're meant to be a sacrifice.
No.
Any questions you
How
guys
many
want to ask?
questions
Because you
do you
guys are
get?
there. I get 5.
Okay. Do we?
I am
we already
not
know
there.
that, right?
Oh, you're not there yet?
He's
Yeah,
there.
you guys would have
You-
probably
you,
known.
You actually walked up just after this question.
Okay.
I would say that they
Then
had probably
You made
seen
it,
me
and,
do
and
this
you
before.
when you walk up, you see the corpse leaning up and saying these things.
So I want to pull the gems out of my pocket. Hey, tell me, what are these right here exactly?
I would say that since I
wanna
cast the
ask him-
spell, I probably would point at the gems and ask the priest, "What are these?" I'll ask that first.
Okay. And the priest, his body, still mangled. The bones of his abdomen, his rib cage are mangled. And his entire torso twists to look at what Richard is presenting, and you can hear it. It's really grimy. And he says, 2 of the 3. You might have the key.
Can I ask him what the fuck the glowing butt plug was back in his office that he just ran off
was
about?
actually-
Like he was
hold on.
real pissed about that.
I have 2 more, and I was going to ask about that next. But what I was going to ask is, so he just answered the question in relation to these items, and I wanted to ask,
Sort of.
well, right.
He's
He said it's 2 of
cryptic
the
as
3.
fuck.
Yeah, it's cryptic.
Yeah.
Do these items, these gems, have anything to do with what you showed me in your study?
Zombie man.
Place them side by side, and the truth cannot hide.
That's very good information to have. We got one more question. This has actually been really helpful.
Can we somehow wish for more wishes on this one? Do you guys can you phrase that? I'm good. I want to go get that dildo.
I got one.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Reverend.
Remember, he's only going to talk to me because I'm.
He'll respond to you.
That's fair. Hey, Ben. Ask the old Reverend if everybody in this town is involved in this fucking thing.
So I turned to the Reverend, and knowing that this is like probably the last words and thoughts he'll ever think or speak, because he's dead, and I'm giving him one last chance. I kind of like put my hand on his shoulder that probably has like a piece of his rib cage like hanging on it, and I kind of like put my hand on him, and I look at him and I say, "Is everyone in town involved in this?"
And he jostles. And he begins to glow. And you can see inside of his rib cage muscle fibers are beginning to come back together. And his body looks at you and he says, through looking at those of concern, you will find the things needed to learn. And his ribcage starts to like come back together. But as it does, it begins to slow. And it's like his body is trying to heal itself. And his body kind of falls down. And your spell is beginning to wear off. You've already answered your questions. But there's something still driving the revived essence of his corpse. Like something that yearns for you all to know some bit of information. And he, at the last bit of effort of his very pathetic looking life at this point, I mean, it looks morbid. It is bad. He says, 3 years ago, we all became our true selves. And then his body falls back and then turns to ash and disappears in front of you.
I want to salt and burn the bones.
I have a tinderbox.
So do we go back to the church?
As you all turn back, you see this big doorway in front of you. It is a 20 by 40 huge doorway standing on top of a metal structure that does not, it's way out of place, does not look right at all. And you hear a sound coming from this doorway. And it sounds like somebody is taking a crowbar and hitting it up against a metal pipe 20 yards down a really long, narrow tube. It's very, very distinct, but also very reverberative. It sounds very echoey. What do you do?
I'm going to cast Bardic Inspiration on Richard. So,
What does that do?
a creature within 60 feet that I can hear me gains an inspiration die, 1d8. For 10 minutes, the creature can add it to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. This can be added after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome.
Okay.
And I can do that 4 times per short rest. So that's what that's.
So you cast that. What now?
There's something coming through the store, guys.
Does Ben
Sounds
say that?
big.
Does Ben say that to his
Yeah.
his brothers?
I'd say
There's
we're
something
conversing
coming.
at this point.
There's still a very trembling rumble. This worm that you had tried to crush between the rock is now in the ground somewhere, and you kind of have that sensation. You know that's where it is, and this sound is coming from this doorway. And you cast this on your brother. What's your move?
I say we make a run back to the church. We need to get these things back together.
Do you want to go get the glowing one?
Yeah, I mean, like, get the 2 gemstone things that he has back to the glowing thing, like the said. And I think that we just need to make a run for it. Whatever is down here is not good. So
Richard wants to grab his compadres. Listen, boys, the 2 places that I grabbed these stones from, they were very public places. I got one from the fucking mall, and the other one I grabbed from some office building. And I got a feeling that this whole town is maybe corrupted with something. I don't know that we can trust anybody here anymore.
I just kind of like point at the door, and I'm like, right there. That's the source. I mean, think about it. From the church, there was something pointing directly down. When I felt where magic was, that it was something dark, and it was pointing towards the ground where all this is emanating from. I don't know of the exact directions, but it only seems to point that maybe these things were pointing towards these objects that you have found, or maybe they were pointing towards these creatures or whatever's in this giant room in front of us. But the preacher said, down here is where the truth is. And whether that truth is just what's happening here, it could be the end of us. It could be the end of everything. But he said we would be shown the way if we brought the objects together.
Do we want to be shown the way?
Is the other option to go through the doors?
I think so. I think that's kind of the dilemma here. We need to make a decision quick before Ryan starts to DM
Fuck
something
me.
worse happening. So,
Well, fuck it. Let's go grab the other gem then.
Yeah, we'll at least try for it.
you
I'm
back
in.
up in the church?
I'm all in.
That weird... I don't know, it wasn't like a gem. It was like a weird mushroom tree thing.
Glowy thingy.
Yeah.
Let's
well, at least
just
like
take off running.
see
we
if
need to get
there's-
out of here
see if
before
there's
this
any
cave
So
collapses.
half jokingly, Richard wants to take the 2 gems out of his pockets and put them up to his eyes and look through them and see what happens.
So when you look through them, nothing significant happens other than the fact that you know that these are distinctly different from anything that you've ever seen.
Okay.
And when you look through them, you just see the aurora you've seen before. One of them
Yeah.
makes things look blurry. One of them makes things look clear.
Okay.
One of them's blue. One of them is red. Do you want to take back toward the church?
Yeah, I'm running.
I'm in. Yeah. I want to see
Yeah.
if there's any place on that statue thing for the gems.
Okay. So you go back up the ladder into the small room that's off of the Reverend's office. And you go back out to the Reverend's office where this tree was, this small mushroom metal object where the device that he showed you was placed into and wound up, and it began glowing. Around the base of this, you notice 3 slots with what look like could be a place to set something. And I'm sure he would want to do something right now.
I'm going to look over and say,
We only have 2.
Richard, look at the base of the mushroom tree. 3 slots. Perhaps the items you hold, try placing them in the slots that just happen to be running out of words to prolong the story.
So as you walk up to this object again, and you now have these gems in your possession, the object is almost reacting to your presence. Its glow flickers at a rate proportionate to your distance to it. So the closer you get, the more it flickers.
I'm just like standing at a distance, like pushing Richard like closer towards it, like.
And it
But I'm
continues
not
to
getting
flicker.
any closer. I'm just like leaning over.
Its flickering is almost now at a steady hum to where it's almost like a constant on, and it is just buzzing.
Richard, put the fucking stones in the slots.
I heard.
It's a fair request.
Well, I only reason I say that as I was like imagining like pushing him towards it, and he's just not doing anything.
He's just frozen, like video game. Like frozen.
Walking backwards but forwards at the same time.
So you approach this object, and it begins flashing and pulsing. The closer you get to it, the more it pulses. And what do you do?
Can we put the stones in it?
Starts to seize because he has epilepsy.
At least 2 of them, right?
I think Richard would look back at Zeeb and Ben to try to kind of gauge how they felt about it.
I'm just giving them like the eyebrow head nod, like, this is you, bud. You got the fucking stones.
I'm gonna get my head nod as well.
I'm putting these fucking stones in this thing.
Okay.
At least,
So-
do we have 2 or 3 of them?
2.
We have 2.
All right.
So you have 2 gems. And one of them is trapezoid shape. One of them is oval shaped. And you put them in the corresponding shapes. And the device begins to shake and vibrate. And you feel this rumble beneath your feet. And it's like the world is having an earthquake still. And it's like very trembling that these different events have caused the world to just shake underneath of you. And when you put the second gemstone in, the device that you originally placed on top of this that fit into it, the one that brought you in here to begin with when Reverend Henry showed you, it begins to, there's a part in the middle of it that begins to flash really brightly, like as if to grab your attention. What do you do?
Grab it.
You grab it. Do you remove it from the device?
No, I just grab onto it.
You grab onto it. What do you do?
Hold it.
To do what?
Just see what happens.
Nothing happens.
Okay, I remove it.
Fuck.
You take it off?
Yeah.
Okay. When you take it off, the 2 other gemstones turn off. There's no more light emanating from this device. You now have this device in your hand. And if you recall, it's a cylindrical object with a crank on top, like a wind on top, and a port, a hole in one side of it. What do you do?
Turn around to Zeeb and Ben.
Zeeb and Ben,
Oh, shit.
what advice do you have for this situation?
Put your dick in the hole.
I don't know, guys. I'm kind of worried here that if I let this thing keep going, something bad might happen.
We're missing a piece of the puzzle.
I say we go on the search and try and find the other one.
It was directly below us.
Well, fuck.
The last stone is below us.
It's
Where
in
we
my
just
butt.
live.
Hole. Keep putting-
As you're holding this object, it begins to shake. It shakes in your hand, vibrating violently. And then the crank, the twist top on the top, pops out, and it lands on the floor beside you. What do you do?
I just want to pick it up just to have it.
Gosh, gee, boys. Did you see what just happened there?
Did it like unveil like a slot or anything?
No, there's a hole where that crank came out of, and there's still the hole on the side of the object.
What's the hole on the side leaning way to? Like, what is it?
It's a port. It looks like just a hole, just like the top of it does, except it's on the side. So there's
We need to go
it's
back.
basically a perfect cylinder object, and on the top there's a crank that comes out of it in a little hole, and on the side there's a hole that just looks like the crank hole. It's just on the side of it.
Oh, put the fucking thing in the... Put the knob that just popped off into the side hole and turn it.
Into the other different hole.
Tell me
Yeah.
that in character, please.
I just did. Actually, you know what? I turn around and grab the crank out of Zeeb's hand because I saw that he just picked it up. Not like insultingly, just like grab it out, and then I turn around and like he's holding it up still, and I just kind of like place it into the side of the hole and I turn it.
Okay, and it fits perfectly into this hole. And as you turn it, the middle of this device opens up and reveals a third gem.
Slot that bitch.
I'm imagining
This
it
gem
like-
is green in color.
Yeah, I'm
And as
imagining
you
it like-
look through it,
I don't know the
it makes things look brighter. More
I'm
clear.
gonna hold it up to Jed so I can see what it like for him being bright.
brighter.
As you do this, you don't see anything in Jed. He is so
Fucking
ridiculously
hopeless.
dark. He is pointlessly dim.
He's also pointless.
So Richard is going to grab this third gem.
As you grab this gem and remove it from this device, it closes very tightly. Give me an athletics check.
Say goodbye to all your fucking fingers.
14.
With a 14, you get away with a slight scrape on the tip of your longest middle finger, but it closes tight.
Does the twisting thing pop back out too?
It does.
Okay.
You nailed it. When it closes, the middle thing pops back out. You now have a gem and the device and the key on the floor. What do you do?
So the gem
I don't
fell
want to
out
be the
too.
one to
Well,
do
he
this.
grabbed the gem.
Okay.
He grabbed the gem, and as he was pulling away, his
Okay.
longest middle finger is what got scraped by the quickly closing.
Can we play rock,
container.
paper, scissors for who puts the last gem in?
So,
I'm just gonna do it. Like,
So Richard looks back, holding the third gem, and just, heavy sigh. Just, fuck. And reaches out and places the third gem.
As you place the gem on this device, nothing happens.
Well, fuck.
okay, I want to put the crank back onto the top. Take it off the side, back onto the top,
Okay.
and twist it. And I want to put it back the way it was when the Revlin first showed it
With
to
the
us.
3 gems,
With the 3 gems slotted.
In glowing position.
when you place this contraption back on top with the 3 gems, there's a giant shockwave that emanates from it. The ground stops shaking. Everything around you turns dark. You can no longer see the room that you're in. The world around you is no longer the world that you knew. And I need you to roll for initiative.
Fuck.
20 plus Android.
20 what?
That's what we roll, right?
10.
You rolled a 20?
21.
You rolled a nat 20?
No. It's just in 21. 18 plus.
Okay. 17.
It's a 10 for Richard.
What'd you get, Ben?
17.
Bruce, what'd you roll?
21.
This is the final battle. So you all have blacked out. Nothing around you is visible. Everything shook. Everything grew dark. And you all open your eyes to see a creature in front of you. This creature is a death slot.
Bastard.
And with its mind, it is able to communicate with you telepathically. And it says, "You have not turned back. You will die." First up in the order is Zeeb.
Here you go, Zeeb. Make us proud.
Well,
Ryan, give us some music. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, no. Go back. Yeah.
okay. All right. In my equipment, I'm going to take out my bedroll and go to bed. I'm done. No. So I still have my longbow in hand. Now, what can I see what type of creature this is?
It
What
is,
it's
you
just a
can.
slot,
You can
right?
all
It's
see
like
it.
The big, how tall
A
is it?
slot is basically a human-sized toad. It stands on its back 2 legs. It is a very husky creature. It is a very ugly creature. It is very dirty looking, but it is also gray and black in color. But it looks very buff. Like it has big muscles, big forearms, a big fucking 13 pack. It's weird because it has an extra ab at the bottom of all of its symmetrical abs. It's a 13 pack. Hashtag 13 palm trees. And it also it has this, it has a breath, and you can hear its breath. Actually, all of you go ahead and give me a investigation, or no, let's make it a foresight check. Foresight.
It's not a stat.
Foresight isn't?
No.
Investigation
Insight
then.
Investigation.
Oh,
is the
insight.
closest.
That might. Yeah, that's what I was going for. Insight.
is. 17.
18.
Zeeb.
Hold on. I gotta figure this out. I think I had. Oh, it's not investigation, right?
Insight.
Insight. Nice. All right, roll 20. That's not a 20. That's gonna be a 11. Sorry.
11. So all of you detect that it is unhappy.
Awesome.
Zeeb, you notice that the drool that comes from its mouth, when the drops of its drool hit the ground, like a sort of smoke emanates from it. That's all you know.
That can't be good.
Richard and Ben, when you see its drool, its saliva hit the ground, not only does it turn into smoke, it also, you can see a hole form where it lands. And the liquid burrows down into the rock. And first in the order,
Yeah, Zeeb.
Zeeb.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and just try and fuck. I guess just shoot this guy in the legs a couple times.
Okay.
See if I can at least cripple it before we go at it.
Okay.
So we'll see. I'll say a couple times. Here, throw this. Take 4 d8s. Is that right?
That's
Did I
right.
Start there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus 48 plus 3.
To each d8, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Roll that 4 times.
No, that's not how that works.
Who cares?
It's
does it
definitely how it works. Just keep going.
Just at the end, right? Is that what you mean?
That's why I was so confused earlier.
I just had him do whatever, dude.
No, that's
good.
fine.
All
That's
right.
fine.
I'm just gonna roll.
Do,
this. and then
do
I'll
what
do it again.
you do what
All
you're
right,
used
so roll
to.
this by
That's
6.
why.
All right.
That's why I was so confused earlier. I was like, that makes no fucking sense. Now I get it.
It's kind of.
So the right way. That's 21 damage.
Nice. That's a hell of a hit.
I guess I'm so since I shot it 4 times on this one, I'm gonna go ahead and just take a shot at each limb and see if I can hit him this time.
Okay. You shoot these quickly.
I want to do it at the same time, like all 4 arrows at the same
Yeah,
time.
you just shoot them.
Making attack rolls?
He is. Just roll with it.
What do I need to
No,
start
he
with?
hasn't
What
made
do
a
I need to
single
start
attack
with?
roll.
He did. He just rolled it.
What did he get?
How much damage
Oh,
did you do?
I rolled initiative, right? And then what do I need to roll on top of
You've
that?
already done it. I just watched you do it. How much damage did you do?
21.
He did 21 damage.
No. Did he do an attack roll?
He
to see if
did.
He hit.
Yeah. And he hit. Trust me.
Okay. I'm just checking.
I
Whatever.
rolled a few dice.
All right.
He rolled a few dice, and then the numbers came from those dice, And now we're adding those numbers to the subtraction of his hit points.
I implemented
Here,
it.
we don't have to roll dice to see if we hit anymore. We just do damage on our turn.
Exactly.
How do we roll dice to see if we hit? Like,
So
which-
normally
worry
there's a 1 to 20 roll, and whether or not it hits my AC.
oh, let's
that
do that
versus the AC?
Yeah, then let's not fuck around.
Not moving forward, it's
Throw
fine.
this. Throw this.
You should have just taken advantage of that.
I'm not going to.
I wasn't really asking from
15.
I wanted.
15 that actually wouldn't hit.
I was asking because I was
So,
confused.
you
Like
don't-
I was.
you don't do
I'm
any
That's
sorry.
fair. That's fair. So no damage, but I'm still gonna just take shots at him.
15.
Like
Did
all
you
4
roll a
arrows.
15?
Yeah, I rolled a 15.
Add
on my
your
20.
what's your hit because you're using your bow. You'll have a plus to the bow. It'll tell you on
Okay,
there.
so I take my 1 to 20 plus the bow.
Yep.
Is what you're saying.
Yep. Yep. What's your plus to hit for
See,
bow?
I need to learn these things.
Under actions.
Actions, yeah.
There'll be a plus to hit.
15.
It's plus 8.
so 15
It'll be
plus
23.
8.
Yeah,
23.
23.
That
23?
hits.
Look at
All
that.
right, I hit
Damage
something.
sticks.
So 21 damage. Thank fuck. But I line them all up in my bow and take a shot just at the same time.
All at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done this a few times.
Okay. How much damage did you do? 21?
21.
Next up in the order is the Death Slod. And you just attacked him, and he is not fucking happy about it.
God, what a bitch.
I thought it was an half already.
So he is a very frog-like creature. He jumps toward you. He hops a whole 5 feet because it's impossible for anything to hop more than 12 feet when they're standing still.
We've established that. Yeah. It's physically impossible.
They hop. He hops forward a total of 5 feet toward you. And
Eat my ass. All right.
the frog itself screams. You hear him.
He's like,
That sounds like Bartholomew.
you can't hop 12 feet.
I'm gonna punch you in the back of your fucking stupid head.
And I need you to give me a
God.
strength saving throw.
So,
That's you. That's a
yeah, I
D20
know.
with your saving throw addition.
Nah, he doesn't have to roll for stuff. Remember?
20. Even when I do, it still hits Michael. Thank you.
A 20 does save you.
Cocky.
Fuck yeah, it does. I'm a ranger.
This
Rangers lead the way.
this slod, it has what looks like a scimitar, but it's not metal. It's some other substance, some other material. And as it tries to slice you, it spits on its own weapon and then slices at you. And you deflect it, and you don't take any damage.
Thank God.
Next
Oh,
up in the order is Ben.
All right. So I'm gonna burn my last spell slot, my 3rd level spell slot, and I'm casting Bestow Curse, and you have to give me another Wisdom saving throw.
$14.
Oh, thank God. Nope, does not save.
Okay.
I have a 15 save. So I get to choose one of these effects that lasts for the concentration up to 1 minute, which in a battle is pretty long. And the one I'm going to take is, while cursed, the target on each of its turns must start with a Wisdom saving throw. And if you fail, your action on that turn does nothing.
Okay.
So, and that is my entire turn. I do have a bonus action. Where is it? Under actions, bonus actions. And on this turn, I'm going to cast Bardic Inspiration on Zeeb now. So both of you guys, remember, you guys can add 1d8 to an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw. So keep that in mind.
You all are in this world of nothing. You see nothing around you. You
I know.
see,
I want to
hear,
play D&D now.
and feel nothing. And you're fighting this creature. And most of you are focused on this creature right now, correct?
That's
Yes.
it. That's fair.
Okay, so directly behind this creature, without you noticing, 2 other creatures appear. Nice. Real classy.
Plus.
So that brings it to me.
And yeah, next in the order.
Don't tell Daniel.
Yeah, next in the order is Richard.
Okay. So the main slod that we're attacking, is it safe to say that he is not focused on me?
No, he is currently not focused on you.
Okay, so if I were to make an attack on him, a melee attack, I have a movement speed of 35. Would I be able to move around behind him and make a melee attack against him with
Yes.
advantage?
Yes.
I would. Okay. So I want to sneak around behind him.
And it really isn't even like, from your perspective, it's not even a sneak. You're kind of doing this
Yeah, I'm just
right
kinda-
as he attacked Ben.
Right, yeah.
Unsuccessfully.
I am just
Or Z.
moving to his blind spot and attacking him from the blind spot. And I want to... I have dual weapon fighting, so I want to make a main attack against him with my scimitar.
Okay, give me the roll.
I don't know what that means. Hold on. I figured that out. That's a nat 20.
That hits.
Yeah.
What's the damage on that?
So it's 1d6 plus 4, but because it was a sneak attack, well, because I had advantage, I can use sneak attack, so I deal an additional 4d6 on top of my normal damage.
Okay.
So it'll be 5d6 plus 4. It's a d6, yeah. So that's 19 damage, and then I think I double that because it's a crit, yeah?
Sure.
Yeah. So 38 damage. And then I'm going to take a second attack against him with my short sword.
Okay. Give me that roll.
That's going to be a 23 to hit.
That does not hit.
You can use your Bardic Inspiration and add 1d8.
23 actually doesn't hit?
No.
Yeah, I'll use Bardic Inspiration. Why not? $24.
Nope.
Are you guessing now, or are you rolling?
Okay. So 38 damage is my final attack.
Next in the order, Zeeb.
Back to me. Now, is he's still standing by me, right?
He's actually, yeah, he's facing you. He had just spit on his sword and swung it at you and missed.
But I'm a little ways back from him now.
You're a foot or two.
Okay.
You're pretty close to him, really.
All right.
Oh. Actually, real quick before you go. I can take a bonus action.
Thought you already
Every-
did to
every
attack
turn.
with your sword.
Well, no, that was my two-hand weapon fighting.
Okay.
But I can take a bonus action to disengage from the target,
Okay.
so that any movement that I make does not provoke opportunity attacks.
Okay.
So I
Great.
disengage from the target.
Okay. Zeeb, you're up.
I just want to use an action to dash away, like across over towards.
What a bitch.
Well, I'm a ranged character. Can't do much up close.
Okay.
So
So you completely step away from.
yeah, I want to take a little bit away from like his. I don't want his gaze on me, so I'm trying to like either draw him back away or get myself to safety. Either way will work for me.
Okay. So as you do this, you're able to jump away, kind of scot clean, so to speak. But as you do, the slod shifts his gaze back toward where you jump, and it's of course a frog, and you know how frogs move all of a sudden, one moment. They jump and then they're where they need to go. This frog does that, and he's right beside you again. And within a moment, he quickly looks at you, and he screams. And then he casts a spell. And as he casts a spell, he spits with his mouth and licks with his tongue the floor at your feet. And when he does, the ground in which you stand on begins to move. It turns from a solid rock into a slimy, sticky substance. And I need you to give me an athletics check.
Athletics check.
Is that the slod's turn?
It's a slot turn, yeah.
Okay. Did he make his wisdom saving throw to see if he would?
Oh, that's a good call. 18?
That's fun. Yep.
Okay.
What's bardic?
You have bardic inspiration.
Meaning.
You can add a D8 to your roll.
Okay. Here we go. It's a wisdom saving, right? Go ahead.
18.
21?
That actually... wow. This is getting old. Okay, so the slod, as it jumps toward you, it screams and it tries to hit you with its spit, and this tongue lands on the ground beneath you, and it starts to make the ground sticky, and your athletics is on point, so you begin to run away.
You immediately call the sexual assault hotline.
I'm out. Out of there.
Hit me up.
Nobody lick me.
And then you get raped. You now have a reason to call the sexual assault
And
hotline.
now I can't call. Thanks for the reason.
No, you're able to get away from this slod, and his spit misses you. And next up in the order is Ben.
Oh God.
But he's still near me now, right?
Yeah.
So we're a little ways away from Mr. Gobbler, and now we're
you're about 15 feet from Ben, and off a good 8 feet to his right is Richard.
All right. So I'm just gonna make an attack with my longsword
Okay.
and my dagger, since I have 2-weapon fighting. That's not gonna hit. That's an 11, and the other one is a 23. Probably not gonna hit either.
No, they don't.
Okay. Great. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to cast another Bardic Inspiration on fucking Richard over here.
Great.
And that's my turn.
Okay, next after you in the order is one of the two creatures that appeared behind the slod just a few moments ago.
I don't remember that.
That happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened.
Before he made the jump and I dashed
Okay.
away from what was happening.
One of these creatures, it's a frail looking creature, just like the one before that Zeeb you had killed with your bow. And it jumps toward you, Richard, and it attacks. It's not gonna beat you. I got a 9.
Nope.
Okay, so it claws at you and it misses. Next in the order is the second creature. And this creature, it's very frail, so it's not a very strong thing. But the first target it takes is Ben. And it jumps toward Ben and it casts Fire Breath.
Nope.
And
Neat.
18.
Neat.
Does that beat you?
Yep.
All right, I need to roll this then. $12 damage.
Yeah, my D&D Beyond crashed again, so.
Great.
But, okay, I'll mark it. 12 damage.
Next in the order, Richard.
So Richard is still at a point that he is not the main attention of the big frog. Yeah.
That's correct.
Okay. So, and at this point, he's gone after Zeeb. So we're a little bit of a distance away from each other. Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
18 feet, something like that.
That's about right.
All right. So that's more than enough speed for me. So I am going to sprint towards him to get some room and leap into the air about, 10 feet from him. And, leaping through the air and spinning, swipe at him with my scimitar and then my sword, one after the other.
Okay. Do advantage on that
Okay.
for creativity.
So the first roll will be a 23.
I want you to add luck to that. Roll a d20. Divide it by 2 and add 2.
28.5.
That hits.
Okay.
What's the damage?
So I'm going to use a sneak attack again with that. So it'll be 5d6 plus 4. $24.
Wow. Good attack.
And then short sword attack will be next. $25 to hit.
Next up in the order is...
Wait, no. I have another attack. 25 to hit.
Okay. What's that mean?
25 to hit you.
That hits.
Okay.
Wait, was that the against AC?
Yes, 25.
I thought you only rolled once for AC. That 25 does not hit.
25 does not hit.
No.
Okay. All right. Then my first attack hits, second attack misses, and with my bonus action,
So you only did 38 damage?
I think it was 28. It may have been 38. I don't remember, actually. I'm fucked up now.
Well, that's fine. I thought you did 2 separate damages.
No, that was
You told
one
me the
attack.
damage before you told me the AC. So
Yeah,
it
no,
locked.
that was one attack. I have dual weapon.
Okay, so now this is the second attack.
Yeah, and it missed.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
lost me.
So then, with bonus action, I will disengage again,
Okay,
and then that'll end my turn.
next up is Zeeb.
Right. So I'm gonna. I want to take another couple shots at this guy with my bow that I have out, since I can't fucking get away. Actually, no. I want to turn my attention to the other ones, like
Okay.
the ones that walked in. Can I shoot an arrow at each of those?
Sure.
Am I doing this wrong?
I'm not laughing at you, I swear. It's something entirely.
Jesus Christ.
I swear to God, I'm not laughing at you. I swear to God.
That's fine.
I'm not even joking. I'm not laughing at you.
He's laughing at me.
So both worms are out at the door, right? Or
Yeah.
behind where that toad was. All right. Now, do I have to roll an attack for each one of those?
Yeah. Just roll a straight up and down 20 and then add your proficiency bonus.
It's 8 and a 5.
What's that mean?
What, an 8 and a 5 for each of my attacks?
Gotcha. So you rolled an 8 and a 5, or you rolled an 8 plus a 5?
I rolled an 8 and
8 and a 5.
I thought I was making 2
has
attacks.
a +7, so neither of those are going to hit.
Yeah, neither of those hit.
Yeah, so. Great. I'm just standing next to Frogman,
You're just standing.
He's like, ah!
and I completely whiffed my shots on the other two.
It's Frogman's turn. The sloth looks back at you, and saliva drips from his upper mouth onto the ground again, and it dissolves the rock below it. And he casts Dragon Breath. Right at you. Right at your dumb face.
Idiot.
You're dumb.
Idiot.
What's your AC?
It's a 14.
This hits.
Oh, of course.
Does 12 damage.
Oof.
Next up in the order is Ben.
Big oof.
Oh, God, Ben is a fucking loser. He can't do anything.
You picked a bard.
Yeah, I don't have... I have a second level spell still. Maybe I can find something here. All right, I'm gonna cast Heat Metal. I'm gonna cast it on my dagger. Causes the object to glow very hot. Any creature that comes in contact will take 2d8 fire damage.
Does that have any bearing on whether or not your dagger continues to glow from light?
It's probably been over an hour at this point
No,
with
it
the
hasn't.
dagger.
No, it's been like 15, 20 minutes.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess not, because it was just a 20-minute thing. So,
Okay.
Let's see. If the creature is holding or an object, the creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw. No, I'm just casting it on my dagger, and I'm just gonna attack you with the dagger. So.
Okay. What's that attack roll?
Frogman? Right?
That is a 29.
That hits.
So, hell yeah. I'm sorry, that's not a 29. I'm an idiot. That's a 26.
That does not hit.
Fuck. The fuck fuck is this thing's AC? Jesus.
Well, what if it's the same?
That goes to the
It's
runner.
AC. Its AC is 26, so that'll hit.
Okay. I was going to say, because it hit on a 27, but
Yeah.
it didn't hit on a 25, so I was like, it's either 20, 26 or a 27.
Its AC is
so-
26.
Okay, so that does hit.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so it's just 1d4 plus 3, but then it has an additional 2d6, so that's 4 and 3 and 4, so 11 damage.
Okay.
And that's fire damage, so if fire does extra damage, maybe that would help, but I don't know if it has immunity or resistance or anything to flame.
You're attacking the main frog, right? The big slod.
The slod.
It has a resistance to fire.
Okay, so it only takes 4 and then half of the 7, so 5 damage then. Or wait, no, not 5. 7 damage.
7. I thought it was 6.
I don't give a shit.
7.
I don't even care at this point.
Okay.
There's so many bad guys. And I can't do anything, so... And that's my last second level spell
You can
slot
try
too,
and
so...
talk to him.
Next up in the order is one of these two
Please
creatures.
Can you leave, please?
This creature hops toward Richard, and it claws. Santa Claus.
Sinterklaas
13. Does that hit you?
misses.
Okay. Next up in the order is the second creature that does the exact same thing. Hops toward Richard. 4 doesn't hit. Next in the order is Richard.
Your turn.
It's fair. I'm gonna keep focusing all of my attacks on the big fuck.
Okay.
So I disengaged last turn, so I'm assuming that I can make this melee attack with advantage like the last 2 turns. Yeah.
You can make this melee attack without advantage.
Okay.
Hey, Jed, since you're trying to do the big fuck, make sure you don't slap your balls in the process.
But no, for real. Am I gonna have advantage on this guy? No?
He's aware of the trick you pulled last time. And
Okay.
He's
Then I want to turn my attention to one of the other 2.
okay.
Either one doesn't matter to me. Just like whichever one of them is facing more so away from me.
Okay, yeah, there's one of them that was last facing you, and the other one was also last facing you. So which one would you like to attack? They
So-
literally both just tried to attack you and failed.
So I'll use a bonus action to hide.
Before you
Now-
attack?
Yes, before my attack,
Okay.
I will use a bonus action to hide. I'll make a dexterity check. Did you just fart?
No, I laughed at you. I'm going to
okay.
bonus action real quick hide. Right,
Okay.
someone's looking right at me. I'm just going to hide real quick and then attack them.
Yes. So,
That's rogues, dude. They're fucking weird.
so I will make a dexterity check against either one. I guess it really doesn't matter.
Okay.
The left one. Sure, the left one.
Okay.
That'll be a 20, not nat.
That hits.
Okay. So then that means that I don't actually hit. I've just been hidden.
Okay.
So since I'm now hidden from him, I will make my attack against him with advantage. And I will attack first with my scimitar. And that's going to be a 19 to hit.
Good attack.
Okay. So then 20 damage. And then I'll take my 2-weapon fighting attack against him with my short sword, also with advantage. That'll be a 25. I guess that hits.
It does.
That's an extra 7 damage. And then that'll end my turn.
Next up in the order is Zeeb.
Right. So, can I try and shoot at the other one now? That one that's... Or, I want to... Did he kill that one?
He did a lot of damage to one of them. One of them you can tell is severely injured due to Richard's blow. The other one is still moving about like normal. It is planning its next attack.
I want to shoot at the one that he already injured.
Okay.
So that's... Do I have to roll for each shot I take, or just one in general?
I'm making up rules as I go, so I'd say one in general.
Yeah, that's 11.
And do it with advantage. So roll again.
Oh wait, no. Here,
No, that's it.
I mean it was 20, not net, but
That hits.
okay.
So give me a damage.
So I get calculating.
Calculating. Please hold while calculation commences.
All right. So that's a 12 damage, and then I also have a action or a other. It's just a once per turn. When I hit a creature that's already damaged, I can do an extra 1d8.
Nice.
So that's 12 plus another d8. Yeah, that's going to be 13.
All right, nice. This as you hit this creature, it winces back in pain. And you can tell it's very injured. Next up in the order is the big toad, Slod. It's huge. It turns around and it looks straight at Richard. And it tries to bite you.
Do it, bitch.
Try me.
18?
You've done it, bitch.
Did you make your wisdom saving throw?
Oh, my fuck. 16?
I got. You're good.
You've hit me.
I've hit you. All right, so I got to do bite damage.
I don't need to make a save against this, yeah?
That's what we just did. Was it 16?
Wait, could I see you attack me?
Yeah.
I could.
Yeah.
So you were not hidden from me.
No.
All right, your damage will be halved against me.
Okay.
Is that in general? It's a good perk to
Uncanny dodge.
have. It is uncanny.
Uncanny. It's ridiculous.
I rolled an 18 divided by 2 is 36. I did 36 damage.
Thank God for that dodge.
I'm good at math, okay?
What is 9?
Next up in the order is Ben.
Do we want to try and talk to this man? This toadmonger?
No, I actually had something I was going to do. So I have Level 1 spell I'm going to cast. It is... Where the fuck is it? Disguise Self. So, doesn't appear they've been engaged with me at all, actually. So, I'm going to actually use my disguise, take my speed, and I'm going to kind of move away from the battle about 10 feet, and I'm going to cast this disguise, and I'm going to disguise myself as one of these slod things.
Okay.
And I can't change my height or anything like that, so I'll have to be like my same size. I can go up or down a foot, so I don't know. I want to get as close to the same height and nature as these things. See if there's anything that says I can't do this. If they are concerned or suspicious to discern that I am disguised, they can use an action. So they wouldn't be able to attack, but they can use an entire action to inspect my appearance, and they have to succeed on an intelligence check against my spell save DC. If they would be confused by it.
Okay.
So essentially, what I want to do now is I want to go in and I want to just kind of like run into the middle of the battle and kind of like I want to get in front of the big slod and I want to like yell and scream like it does. I want to kind of like mimic it.
Okay. When you do this, it pays attention to you. Its entire body moves in your direction, and it's like it's aware of what you're doing, and it's listening to what you're doing.
Okay.
Is there something you wanted to say, or is there a message you wanted to communicate to it now that you have this power, or what is it that you're wanting to do with this?
I wanted to try to just to get it to stop.
Stop what?
Please.
Stop attacking
Please
us.
don't.
So I'm I've pretty much burned through my slots. I'm fucking useless in this battle. Because, like, I'm not a weapon fighter. Like, I have nothing, essentially.
Okay.
So, if that won't work, essentially what I would like to do would be to confuse it then. And because he knows he's there, I'm assuming, with two other creatures that I look exactly like. And I want to try to confuse him and get him to question which one of us is real, and maybe try to get him to maybe attack his own creatures, because he knows that one of us is a fraud.
Okay. So why don't you here's how we'll make this work. Why don't you give me a straight up and down check?
17.
So with that check, your deception is extremely effective. It makes him look at you, and when he looks at you, it's like you see in his eyes, it's like he's looking at his mate.
Hell yeah.
He looks at you like he does those that he's closely connected to. And then this slod looks at the horizon and sees one of these two foreign creatures and sees it with the same animosity that you see it. And he slams his foot on the ground, and it causes a tremor, an earthquake. And the creature that he was looking at takes 10 damage. And that kills it.
Yes.
One of the two creatures dies.
Hell yeah.
Did it.
Is it Jed? Please tell me it's Jed.
Next in the order is
I'm dead.
the last creature.
Hello, I'm dead.
There is now one slender-looking creature with very frail bones and this slod. And this slender creature is now up. And he jumps back toward you, Ben, as he sees you cast a spell that makes his commander, his superior, what you can automatically interpret as his superior based on his, caricature, his disposition. He jumps toward you and he tries to retaliate, and he bites at your neck. $12. Does that hit?
No. Almost, but no.
It's like he's asking, does it hit?
No. This
Please,
creature.
Please.
This creature is now standing right in front of you.
I still look like a slod, too.
Next up in the order is Richard.
It is I, Richard. The creature that I attacked last turn,
He died.
I shot that thing dead.
he's dead.
Yeah, you and Zeeb both attacked it. And then when Ben decided to make some illusion happen, the creature actually attacked its own. And
So then the other creature that is not the main guy, but the secondary guy,
yeah.
he's still alive, yes?
Yep, that's
All right,
correct.
Cool. So would I be able to make an attack of advantage against him at this point?
Of advantage?
Yes.
If you can creatively justify the advantage, yes.
Okay, I would like to sneak into the shadows and then leap
The
from out
shadows
of
will
the
get you.
shadows and do a front flippy boy and slice my scimitar down the back of his neck.
You can have advantage, sir.
Okay. All right, I needed it there. This may still not hit, so let's see here. 14 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So I will use my sneak attack. $14 damage.
Good attack.
Remember, you
And
still have your bardic
my-
inspiration.
Two-hand fight. No, I burned it.
Oh, I cast it again on you.
Oh, you did? Okay. My two-hand fighting will be next.
Okay.
That is a nat 20.
Damn.
That'll be 10 damage.
Total?
I rolled a 1
Oh, yikes.
for damage. Yeah. So, yeah. Unfortunately. Yeah. So 10 damage on the second attack. And then I will use my bonus action to hide.
Okay.
In the shadows.
Yes. And I think I actually have to make a dexterity saving throw for that. Yeah, dexterity check, yeah. So let me do that real quick. It's 12.
Not successful.
I'm not hidden.
Get fucked.
You're actually extremely obvious and dumb.
I am fucked and stupid.
It's fucked and stupid.
Obvious and dumb.
Next in the order is Zeeb.
He is Jed.
So is he over by the other one now?
Yeah.
He's standing beside it around him.
There's two enemies currently. Zeeb, you either have the chance of attacking the main enemy,
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
which is the Slad, or this injured and pathetic looking little tiny thing.
Hey, he's right here.
Yeah.
I'm sitting right here, dude.
I'm gonna take out.
I wasn't talking about his dick. Jesus.
I'm gonna take out my short swords instead of my longbow, and
Okay.
then
I'll
just
pull out my gun.
dash at this other creature, not
Okay.
the main one, to try and slice and dice it.
Slice and dice.
Yeah, I get my
Burns and action.
two-handed.
Change weapons.
I get 2 actions if I can, like 2 weapon fighting for my bonus action for my attack. So I have to roll my attack thing twice. Is that twice? Or once in general is what we decided.
Yikes.
That'll be a 1.
With a crit fail, as you try to
fuck.
change weapons, you try to put your bow behind your back, and it just misses completely. And the arrow that's loaded into the bow actually pokes you right in the butthole, and you start bleeding. Your sphincter is now bleeding.
Right in the pooper.
You're actually bleeding from the anus right now.
My anus is bleeding.
How much health?
My spoon is too big.
It doesn't subtract any health yet, but you know that if this goes unmonitored, that it will. It'll hurt bad.
Let me
If-
monitor your bleeding anus.
If not to your anus, then to your ability to
Pride.
consider yourself a decent person.
If not to your anus, then to my pride.
All right, yeah. Shot myself in the ass.
Next up in the order is
Dope.
the Slade.
Do I still have my bow though? I managed to retain it.
Yeah, I mean it's on you. It's just
Okay.
poking you in the butt real good.
That's fine.
Wisdom saving throw.
So this Slade, Slode,
Sleed.
is going to attack Zeeb. After
You-
seeing it
you do
poke
his wisdom
itself in its
saving
butt,
throw?
it was kind of like, oh, I might be able to help that thing poke its butt.
Yeah,
And it moves toward you, and
we've all been
Did
there.
you do a wisdom saving throw?
the main one's attacking?
my wisdom saving throw is a 5.
Nope.
So I really try hard to make you look worse than you already make yourself look.
Impossible.
Difficult. It's a hard one.
Failure.
And then
Miserable.
it fails. Next up in the order is Ben.
So I'm still disguised. So I want to the Slod has kind of taken notice of. He's obviously moving against Zeeb at the moment, and this other thing is still alive, right?
Yeah, there's one other creature,
So I want to
the
walk.
frail thing.
I want to move over towards it, and then I want to fall on the ground next to it, and then shriek like it just attacked me to get the Slod's attention.
Okay.
And then try to make it kind of do the same thing to where it thinks that this thing had attacked me, so it takes action against it.
Damn. I know there's a check for this. There has to be like an acting or a...
There's a performance check.
yeah, that one. Performance.
That's the guy right there. You found it.
18. I have a good performance.
That
I have
succeeds.
+7.
You succeed.
Okay. So
as you do this, the Slod, the main frog, it roars, it rumbles. You hear its voice, and it looks toward you. And it is now 100% focused on you, Ben. Is that the end of your turn?
I don't want it to pay attention to me.
Well,
I wanted to call
Too
attention
late.
to the fact that I'd just been hurt by this other guy. Like I wanted to fall down in pain next to him to make the Slod think that I had just been hurt by this other creature.
Too late.
Okay.
by the other slot.
So,
I think even...
and that's
even-
fine if that's what happens.
It's really focused on you.
Okay, that's fine.
Like, and the way that it started focusing on you was through the acting of you being hurt.
That's fine. And while I'm down there, I'm going to take another bonus action and do another my last bardic inspiration on Zeeb. So
Okay.
now they both have one on them now.
Okay.
So.
And just to provide clarity, for those of the people who would decide to subject themselves to us playing this game, that the only reason the frog is looking at Michael right now is because he has a big dick. Okay. Go on, Zeeb.
Big dick energy.
It's important to note this is a fantasy world we're playing in, not a real one.
So I'm gonna try and kill the one that's staring at him now. Like I want to take my
The big
try
guy.
and make another run. Well, the big guy staring at you. I thought you were aiming that towards the other one.
It's a big boy.
No, the big guy is trying to get his attention.
Like that. I want to kill the little one. I still am trying to
Let the
focus on
big guy
minion.
take care of the little one. We need to focus our attention on this big guy.
You think so?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, I'll take out my short swords and see at this point if I can take out my short swords and see if I can cut at least one of his limbs off, probably like below the knee.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll. Be sure to add your proficiency bonus
No.
and your strength. If it's a strength roll.
That's a nat 20.
Shit.
Boy.
You don't need to add anything.
Don't need to add nothing.
So here's how this goes. You all three of you, you all are proficient.
Hell yeah.
You've been hunting demons for years.
Fuck yeah.
You all have discovered a method that makes it effective for you to communicate with one another and makes it effective for you to deal deadly blows to those who you understand. And with a attack roll 20 on this enemy, you may not genuinely understand it, but you attack it with such an odd precision that it's like you know what it is and what it's about. And you attack it with such precision that it deals double damage. So
Nice.
give me the AC on your roll, and we'll see if it even hits.
So, all right.
Wait, what?
You know what he meant.
What do I need to roll here?
No, let me reword that. go ahead and give me the damage roll. We know that hits.
Okay, the damage roll. And I have the two-handed thing, so I can roll two. Do I roll twice on that?
You roll 3 times on that actually.
I can't tell if you're fucking with me.
No, you roll 3. You roll 3 times. I'm not
The
fucking with
DM
you.
doesn't fuck with you. If he tells
I'm
you to do something,
inventing rules as we
Alright.
go. It's
He's
called
also
the
blitzed. Look
it's
at
called
him.
the 3 roll droll. It's the new thing. It's every man's dream, really.
3-hole droll.
Right. 19
Okay.
is the weapon damage.
And that gets doubled, right? Because I told you it gets doubled.
38.
38.
You can add you have your bardic inspiration too. You could add another 1d8 and that would get doubled as well.
This is probably the best shot I have at it.
I was going to say
This is a damn good attack.
Might as well use the bardic inspiration while you have double damage.
Like it's
D8.
right now it's
That one. There you go.
it's being confused because there's so much subterfuge happening in front of it. It sees one of its own, so it automatically is
Subterfuge. He loves that word.
like it's weak.
41.
It's weak to you.
41 total.
Whatever you just rolled right there gets doubled too.
So
So you rolled 3.
34.
44. 44 total.
44.
This thing winces when you hit it.
Well,
Has it already been injured before?
Oh
I
yeah,
can't remember.
it's
All right,
been
well, then I'm
it's
gonna
been injured a lot.
Use
it
my
bloodied yet?
Colossus Slayer
Yeah, it is. It is not looking good.
So from 44, can I use my Colossus Slayer too? Which once per turn I can do an attack or an extra 1d8 if it's below HP maximum.
Yes.
I love Colossus Slayer.
You
It's
really
like the
should have
best.
been using this that whole time.
I haven't hit it. So. All right, roll
Colossus
that one
Slayer's
more
the
time.
best.
Does it get doubled?
No, not the Colossus Slayer.
All right, so that's a 6. So 50 damage in total.
Fuck yeah. That's awesome.
God bless.
I'm over here pretending to be a frog while you guys are just
Pretty
like
awesome.
drilling in.
Look at me, I'm a frog.
To be fair, I prevented a lot of attacks.
So next up in the order is this frog, this slod.
The big
And
slot.
yeah.
The big slode.
Wisdom saving throw.
Damn it.
Not like this.
6.
He does nothing yet again.
Awesome.
To be fair, though, that's like a really high level spell, so.
And to be fair, this frog is not very intelligent.
Me neither, so there's that.
Next up in the order is Ben.
Hey!
Old Ben.
Well, so like, it would make sense that. So the other creature that I was trying to pretend was doing shitty things to me is still alive, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna get up, and I do still have my longsword. I'm just gonna try to attack him.
Okay.
It's not much, but it's honest work. That's a 20, not natural.
No.
What? Fuck.
Nope.
AC is 27.
Not the
26.
big slot, the other little guy.
Oh, you're attacking a little guy? Yeah, that
that's
hits.
what I said. I was gonna try to hit the one that I would made it look like it hit me.
Yeah,
but it
my
didn't.
bad. No, yeah, you hit that guy.
So you're
Okay.
attacking as a slod with a longsword.
Yeah. Because I still have all the same items, I just disguise myself.
Oh, gotcha.
That's a 1d8 plus 1, so that's a 3 total. But I do have, I'm going to use my dagger now too, because I have 2-weapon fighting. That is not going to hit. That's an 8, so.
Yeah, that doesn't hit.
Alright. That's the end of my turn.
How much damage did you do?
3.
Darn.
Gosh. Golly.
Next up in the order is the creature you just attacked. And it has counterattack.
Sick.
So it is going to counterattack with a slash,
Sick.
which does 6 damage. If... oh, wait, hold on. I got to roll a d20. 12. Does that hit? No, whoa. Hold up.
I was going to say, it probably has something added to that.
13.
No. Very close,
Darn.
but no.
Okay, so that
My
didn't
AC
hit.
is 14.
And then for its normal attack, it's going to slash again.
Okay.
20.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
8. 8 damage.
Yikes.
Next up in the order is Richard.
It is I,
It is you,
Dick Gobbler.
Dick Gobbler.
So, yeah, I want to jump out from the shadows and attack that other secondary homeboy again.
Big.
So not the main
Don't
guy,
accidentally stab me, please.
Yeah, he looks just like him. So be careful.
So, a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Do you think a minute has passed in combat?
Yeah.
Okay. Then the curse is no longer affecting you.
Okay.
So now you don't have to roll those wisdom things anymore.
Okay.
22 damage. I'm going to take my second attack.
It's ridiculous damage you guys can do. I'm over here like 3.
23 to hit.
Stabby stab.
Okay. When you hit this creature, it disintegrates. It doesn't get bloodied. It disintegrates into ashes. And next up in the order is Zeeb.
So we only have the main man left, right?
Yep.
Just the big Huna. Fucking hiccups.
Can I take like a free action and just yell
Sure.
and try to get it to like come over to me so I can let them have like advantage on their attack?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I want it to
Go
like.
ahead and yell for it. You got to be convincing. It hears that and actually gets horny and goes and fucks your mouth.
It's a horny toad. Oh shit! Hell yeah!
Can I use an opportunity attack?
Most action I've had in months.
Only because it's fucking that kid's mouth. Yes, you can.
Bend drown in frog cum.
What do I need to do?
Hashtag
for an
VGM, get it?
opportunity attack? Just the regular 20 roll?
You shouldn't have done that.
You shouldn't have done that.
You've been met with a terrible fate, haven't you?
Some might consider it a pretty good fate if you
I
think
used
about it.
one melee attack. Here, you need to roll this one. Are my melee attacks just my short sword attacks? Wait,
Yes.
yeah, I guess. All right.
Sure.
Well, it's not gonna hit anyway. It's a 19.
Okay. That hits.
I thought it was.
Was that
okay.
damage?
No,
Or was that-
19.
19.
No,
No, 19 doesn't hit.
Yeah.
19 AC doesn't hit.
You're so drunk.
I'm pretty sober.
Pretty sober. Not drunk at all.
You guys would see
like
the amount of
46
beers that
beers.
I have sitting right
You're
here.
drunk. No, you're drunk.
Jesus. Okay.
It's hidden behind your fortress.
I don't even know why I have this. I don't even use it. It's just sitting there. It's like, you guys can't see. I got a book wall.
Can't see me.
It's a book
Can't
fortress.
see what I'm doing. I'm all professional.
It's
and
a real
whatnot.
secret.
So profesh.
So that doesn't hit. Next in the order is the creature. He steps toward Richard.
Bring it.
Richard's in the shadows, so he has disadvantage on this, right?
Yes.
Oh, not like this. There was only a 10. It didn't hit, does it?
That'll miss.
God damn it. All right. Next in the order is Ben.
All right, I want to swallow the massive load in my mouth.
Oh, okay.
Moving on.
It's going to impregnate you.
Sick.
Damn it.
Hell yeah. We already determined that speak with animals would not work on this, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Fuck me, man. There's nothing I can do that's gonna hurt this thing. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave at it. So I'm gonna stand up, and it obviously thinks that it's like friendly to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm gonna maybe I can sweet talk you into like extra damage or something. I want to like get very near it,
Okay.
and since it trusts me, I want to like maybe like when its mouth is open, like get near it and like start to like get near its mouth and just like thunder wave clap like right in front of it.
Okay. So you get near it. What do you do to convince it? Other than appearing like its own, what do you do to convince it?
I want to. So obviously, you had mentioned that it has taken a physical, animalistic liking to me, like in a mate kind of way.
Yeah.
So I wanted to like walk up and like touch it, like
Okay.
just like kind of like lay my body on it,
Okay.
but then like start to like lean back and just like thunderclap right in its face.
Okay.
So
We'll let that happen.
you have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Six.
Hell yeah. All right. So, you take 2d8 damage. 3, and 8. Hey, 11 damage. And you are pushed 10 feet away from me.
So this creature gets pushed backwards. And as it does, it falls onto its back. And any frog that's on its back is a pretty useless frog. And you hear it cry. You hear it squirm. You hear it die. And
That was awesome breaking the music. That was really cool.
It really was, yeah.
This frog on its back just dies. It shrivels up and it dissolves. And the other creature that has already been damaged, it takes attention to the death of its fallen leader. And it looks. And you see it react. It goes, ah! And then it darts to the door, the giant door, and it disappears inside. And then you hear the ground start to rumble. And you realize that just a few moments ago, you were in nowhere. You literally disappeared into nowhere, and all of a sudden you were near this door where you were just a few minutes prior. And everything starts rumbling, and everything around you turns white. And you start to see one another in the fog of whiteness that surrounds you. And as you do, you all float towards one another. And then you land on your feet, and you look at one another.
We all look down here.
Is there anything you want to say to one another as you're now in this moment?
You'll float too. No, nothing actually. Like serious. No.
So a giant shockwave emanates from around you. And the world around you that you see begins to fade from this foggy white aurora to a gray and dark revealing. You see around you some buildings. One building that you see in front of you is Mallard's Bar. The building you see across the street is the church that you just walked into. And you're now on the surface, out by the road, looking at one another. And Mallard walks out of his bar and he sees you all in the middle of the road and he says, "Hey, was that you?" And he runs out toward you, Ben, and he asks you that question.
Was what me?
I felt the shockwave. I believe we won. And then from down the street, out of town hall, Frank, the guard, steps out of the building and he looks down the street and he sees you three standing in the middle talking to Mallard, and he runs down the hallway and he yells, "Was that you?"
Was what me?
And Frank says, "A new high score." And Mallard looks at Frank and says, "Yes, it was them. They won."
Oh my god.
And you all have just concluded your first game of The Mystery of Oak Creek. You were all in a video game. And you just won.
Oh, what?
Fuck.
What? What? No.
I was so wrong.
No.
Not like this.
Not like this. No.
Not like this.
That's the end.
Oh. No. All the townspeople knew.
They're just programmed to say the same thing. Oh god. What was the portal?
Oh, God.
So many questions. Oh god.
going on?